Hi everybody, it's the 13th Wolfman, and today we're on day 13 of the 30-day horror challenge. Day 13 is to tell you your favorite zombie film. I picked two, again, tendency to do this because, well, just can't quite choose, they're all really good movies. And I stayed away from Return of the Living Dead because I just know everybody's going to pull that film and, show it. It's a great movie. I love the movie, but trying to be a little bit outside the box here. So I pulled, like I said, some of my other favorites. The first one is, and you've seen this before in my collection. I brought it up before. It's just a great film. There's nothing else to say about it. It's the 1968 classic George Romero film, Night of the Living Dead. Again, this is the edition to get. I mean, this is the Millennium Edition. This is the one I was looking for forever. Another fire sale, man. What could I say? I got this at a place going out of business, and I picked it up for cheap. So this took a long time to find because everywhere I saw this, it was super expensive. Trying to think, this movie has great atmosphere. It's very claustrophobic. I don't get claustrophobic, but it has a very claustrophobic feeling to it, and I don't know. The characters aren't likable. They're not very likable. You got a lot of antagonistic people in that film, and you really don't know if you like them or not, and they're hard to root for. And I love the ending, which Eli Roth stole in Cabin Fever. For the people that don't like Cabin Fever, the ending was, but he didn't steal it. He made a homage to it. It was such a just a great ending. You didn't see it coming. And you all know what I'm talking about if you've seen the film. If you haven't seen the film, go out, get it, and watch it. Now, the second is the 1981 classic, Dead and Buried. That's right. Dan O'Banion wrote this. This has quite a few people in it. Robert Englund. It was written by Dan O'Banion and Ronald Shewett. It's directed by Gary Sherman. Stan Winston does the special effects for it. You got James Ferrantino, Jack Albertson, and the young lady, I cannot remember her name. She just died last year. She was in this movie, and she was an Officer and a Gentleman, and she, but this is the limited edition, 2-disc, and let's see, I got number 42,073. I think it's out of 50,000 copies. A good edition to get. Again, this was like one of the first things I got when I started collecting DVDs. I had to get it, man. That syringe in the eye thing. Wow, that's something that I'll remember forever. I remember seeing that on when they used to show this like on Cinemax and Showtime as a kid. It's like that was just nasty. I don't mind it now, but it was just kind of freaky watching that syringe go right into the eye. The next one is day 14. I'm doing 2 days. I think I'm gonna do 2 days and then just, but day 14, and that is your favorite independent horror film. And this is an independent horror film. It's not independent like they do nowadays, but it was very, very independent at the time. A lot of horror films that came out in the 60s and 70s were independent. Halloween, Night of the Living Dead, Last House on the Left. These weren't made for big companies. There was no MGM, 20th Century Fox backing these guys on these things. They had to go out, they had to find financing, they had to secure the financing, then they had to shoot the film and hope that it made a profit. I mean, Night of the Living Dead, they shot it all. They shot it all, and then they had to drive it from region to region to get it played in the theaters, you know, with like the one or two copies that they had. You know, that's independent. So this is the 1973 independent film. As you can see, the shining up on me. The 1973 independent film, written, directed, and produced by Tobe Hooper. That's right, we're talking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think this is the only steelbook I have, which is really sad because I see a lot of cool steelbooks out there. But this is my favorite independent film. I know there's a lot of others out there that are probably a little bit better, but these are the two that these are the movies I'm going with for days 13 and 14 of the 30-day horror challenge. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. This is the 13th Wolfman. I'm on the prowl.